Well, here's a good flag to fly up there if you're a freedom-loving Yankee. I know sometimes you can't really fly the Confederate flag up north, but some people do, actually. Pretty surprising. This is called the Bennington Flag, and the name actually comes from Bennington, Vermont. The battle was actually fought in New York. It was part of the Saratoga campaign during the Revolutionary War. But the flag is actually named after Bennington, Vermont, because it was very close to the border of Vermont, and that was the closest town to where the battle was fought, even though it was actually within the border of New York State and part of the Saratoga campaign. This flag actually may not have been flown at the Battle of Bennington, but why it's very popular is because it has the 76 on it. The flag was kept by Nathaniel Fillmore, and later on they found out that there was machine weaving done with the flag, how it was made. So, probably wasn't made during the time of the American Revolution, but it's very popular because of the 76. Now, obviously, the difference is 76, but there's other differences. If you notice, sure, there's 13 stripes, but instead of 7 red stripes and 6 white stripes, there's 7 white stripes and 6 red stripes. On the regular Betsy Ross flag, you would have, from 1776, you'd have the red stripes on the top and the bottom, and there'd be 7 of them, versus the white stripes on the top and the bottom and 7 white stripes. The other thing is, this takes up, the blue field takes up 9 of the stripes. And the Betsy Ross flag, it comes up only up to here. It takes up 7 of the stripes. The other thing is the 13 star pattern, but also notice the stars themselves. Instead of having 5-pointed stars, there's 7-pointed stars. The points on the stars have 7 points. So there's a number of differences in the flag, but it's very unmistakable that it's an American flag, and it's associated with the American Revolution. So sometimes if you're fed up with all the communist talk from the politicians up there, and you're getting fed. Sometimes you can't put the rebel flag out, the Confederate flag. This is a rebel flag too. I mean, we're all I know technically the South was seceding, but technically the Americans were seceding from Great Britain, right? During the colonies. So I don't know. It's a matter of how you view things, I guess, and depends on what side you're coming from. I'm sure. So anyway. But it's a cool flag. I mean, I got this off of Amazon. Not really a fan of buying stuff on Amazon, but sometimes if they got deals, well, this is actually from a third-party vendor. It's not really from Jeff Bezos himself. But for $5, God, you can't beat this. It's a fairly strong flag too. I mean, it's I don't know how it. Well, I guess it's double stitched on the end instead of quadruple, but still. It's not bad for $5. It's a pretty good flag, man. I'm gonna probably send a couple of these up north and keep one for myself. Have some family members fly this thing here. So it's make a statement against the homeowners association. I mean, oh God, I would never live in one of those places. You imagine we came over here to the United States, fought for freedom, so we can have a not only crazy government that's dipping into every aspect of your life. You got a homeowners association. What are you kidding me? God, man, who the hell volunteers for this stuff? Not me. But I do like the 76 on it. Maybe there should be a rebel flag. I guess in retrospect, we got to stick with the historical accuracy of things. But if we're talking about, it'd be cool to have an 1861 flag. But then, if you modify things, you're changing what really happened. This flag actually. It probably didn't fly at the Battle of Bennington. It was probably the flag of the Green Mountain Boys, which is a green flag, from the Vermont Green Mountain Boys. But, this might have been produced during the War of 1812, or it's a 50-year commemoration of the 50-year birthday of the nation or something. I'm not sure. Nobody's really 100% sure, but it is very popular. And I like this one better than the Betsy Ross flag for some reason. I mean, the reason is because, partly because of the 76, but partly because the blue field is bigger. The stars have 7 points. I like the 7 points on the stars better than the 5 points. And unmistakably, you know it's an American flag, but you know it's associated with the American, secession or revolution, whatever you want to call it, from, Great Britain. So, but it kind of makes a statement against all the garbage that's going on today, Hey, you can't do this, you can't do that. If you look on a California beach in South California in 1960, and you go to today, back in 1960, you could do anything. You have bonfires, do everything. You could drink on a beach and everything. Today, you can't do anything. That's kind of like what's going on everywhere. This is like the land of restrictions and stuff. So, for people that are a little bit too afraid to fly the Confederate flag for limited government and individual rights and things like that, well, you got this one. You got the Bennington flag. I personally like it better than the Betsy Ross, but I like the Betsy Ross too. But this one seems to be more of unmistakably, 1776. It's got 76 right on it, right? So there's Goldie right there, cat. There's Goldie. You probably hear these cats flying by. There he is. See him? So, anyway, I got a lot of flags though now. But I like these things, man. They're pretty cool. So anyway, over and out. And I want to bring these out because, people, just to say something else here, people are really kind of too lazy to do these things. I even see a lot of people are like, if they're like pro-Southern and stuff, they don't, I don't know, they just don't fly, the Southern flag, the Dixie battle flag. They don't fly it. I don't know what it is. And maybe they're just afraid, I don't know. But, if you're up north and you're not into the South stuff, hey, this is the one to fly. To me, this is even better than the Betsy Ross. It really unmistakably is, the American Revolution, the secession from Great Britain. It's all about freedom and individual rights, too. It's 1776 all over. There you go.